Hi everyone! I am headed to Walt Disney World in just a few days. Woohoo! Hi, I'm Jackie and you're watching Glimmering Shimmering Travel. If you haven't already, go ahead, click subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you get notifications when I drop my next video. Also, head over to Instagram and give me a follow there too. So this trip is actually a redo trip for my one this past November. I actually only spent one day at Walt Disney World and not even at the parks. Unfortunately, due to some medical reasons, I'm fine now, I had to come home. So if you're interested in me making a video of how to deal with a medical situation or how you need to get home quickly from Walt Disney World, let me know in the comments below. This trip, I am giving you an outline of what I'm doing on my Disney vacation. It literally changes every time and every season that I go to Walt Disney World. I know everyone does Disney differently, and I will be doing it a little bit differently on this trip too. I'm hoping my video gives you some idea of what you can try on your Disney vacation. I'm traveling with my parents to Walt Disney World on this vacation too. So it's gonna be a little bit more laid back than I'm usually used to, but it's still gonna be fun. I'm also hoping to show you some of the ins and outs of traveling with mobility issues and how we best utilize those for our Walt Disney World vacation. So let's dive into all the fun plans that I cannot wait to share with you guys. Let's go. We're heading back to Walt Disney World January 29th through the 9th. And we're actually going to be doing a split stay between the Art of Animation and Animal Kingdom Lodge. I am so excited to be taking you along with me. I stayed at the Art of Animation before in the Lion King suite with friends back in 2016. So it's been a hot minute since I was there. I was also very dumb and we never explored the entire resort itself. We just kind of went to our rooms. One of the things I'm absolutely looking forward to is the 2 different sleeping areas and the 2 bathrooms. You don't know how much easier this is gonna be getting ready in the mornings before the parks open. And it also has a kitchenette so we can have breakfast in the room. Halfway through our Disney vacation, we'll be checking out of Art of Animation and checking into Animal Kingdom Lodge, specifically Jumbo House and a Savannah View room. I am totally excited to be able to see animals in my room while I'm getting ready or just chilling in the evenings. It'd be so cool. We're going to be using Disney Bell Services to get our luggage transferred over because we do not want to waste a park day trying to get our luggage over to our new resort. Okay, I've covered accommodations, so it's about time I start actually talking about my trip. Travel day 1, we are taking a 9:30 flight out of our local airport here in Indiana. It's small with only, I think there's like 9 total gates, which is fine. It makes getting through TSA a breeze, through checking in. It's just a lot less stress than the bigger airports, and I welcome that. We have a 3-hour layover at O'Hare International Airport. I did this purposely because the last couple times I supposedly had an hour and a half between planes. That didn't really materialize, and I was doing the McAllister family Home Alone almost run through the airport to get to my gate. I don't want to do that again, so I'd rather be able to have either a leisurely late breakfast, early lunch, and be able to relax before we get on our flight to Orlando. We're supposed to arrive in Orlando around 4:30, and I'm planning to get an Uber or a Lyft to our resort this time, just to expedite the process. Since it's a later time than I'm usually used to getting into, I usually take commuters because it's affordable and it's just me traveling. But I want to get my Disney vacation started sooner. So hopefully we'll be back to the resort at about 5:30. After dropping off our luggage, our game plan is to head over to Disney Springs to get some dinner and do some shopping. But not too much shopping. I want to get some rest before we hit parks the next day. Day 2, we'll be heading to the Magic Kingdom, and I can guarantee you our first ride will be on the Pirates of the Caribbean. This is a family tradition we've done since the 90s in both Disney World and Disneyland, and it is actually not a Disney vacation until I get that first ride on Pirates. It's like a salute to Walt Disney and everything Imagineering. It's not explainable. It's just the epitome of Disney. I purchased the multi-pass and have made lightning lanes for pretty much our entire vacation. Today will be, well, not today. Day one, Magic Kingdom, we'll be doing the Pirates. I've also booked Haunted Mansion and Jungle Cruise. Jungle Cruise always seems to have a wait, and I really don't like their queue. I mean, it's interesting, but it is very tight and a little bit claustrophobic. I also am getting a lightning lane single pass for Tron. It is now not a virtual queue, so I will be getting that for myself and my parents. This is the first time I will be able to get on one of the cycles, as I've lost 55 pounds already. So I'm so excited to try the cycle this time. I know my parents will enjoy riding in the seated car instead of the cycle. So I'm excited to share this new ride with them. I knew going in Magic Kingdom on our first day was closing early at 4:30 for what I think is a cast appreciation night. So I booked us dinner over at Epcot at Beer Garden. So none of us have been to Beer Garden since about 1994. This is back when my parents, my sister, and I went on our first Walt Disney World trip. It was 4th of July. My aunt and uncle were currently living down in Florida, and my grandparents were also visiting my aunt and uncle in Florida, so they joined us over at Epcot for Beer Garden. So I have great memories, some memories of eating at Beer Garden and then watching illuminations, the 4th of July illuminations. So I kind of remember eating at Beer Garden, but I also remember a lot of noodles. That my sister and I, we were what, 10 and 8? So there probably wasn't a lot of adventurous foods back then for us to try. So I do remember noodles, and I'm hoping to expand my palate a little bit more at Beer Garden. After that, we'll wander around World Showcase, and if we're up to it, stay and watch Illuminations. If not, we have other Epcot days to do this, and we'll be hopping on that Skyliner right back to Art of Animation to end our evening. Like I said before, I'm not too plussed if I don't get to watch Luminous on our first evening there. We are actually going to be back at Epcot the following day. So day 3, we are back at Epcot. Not a lot planned for this day other than enjoying the Festival of the Arts that's going on, maybe getting a lightning lane for Soarin', Frozen, finally getting my parents on Ratatouille. They were last at Walt Disney World in 2022 and did not get to ride it because back then it was going down a lot, so we didn't have the chance to go ahead and ride that. So it'll be fun showing them this new ride too. We're gonna also be sure to stop at the Rotunda at the American Adventure to watch my absolute favorite a cappella group, Voices of Liberty. Now, if you've never seen them, you have to go see them. They are iconic Disney. Absolutely wonderful performances. It happens about every 45 minutes, starting at the opening of World Showcase. And once we enjoy that and the American Adventure, we are gonna go head to Via Napoli for dinner. This is also a newer tradition, as my dad loves their pizza there. And if we haven't caught Luminous before, we'll catch it again that night. Next up, Animal Kingdom on our day 4. It's gonna be fun, but there are going to be a little bit of sadness. We're going to be saying goodbye to Dinosaur and Dinoland USA. Actually, this past week, when I'm filming this, they just officially quote unquote broke ground on the Tropical America section in the portion of Dinoland that is now closed. While it's bittersweet, it will be very neat to have my parents say goodbye to Dinosaur Dinoland USA, because on their next trip, which I'm thinking might be 2028, it'll be an entirely new land. I will also be saying goodbye to Dinosaur just in case it closes before my trip this coming December. We'll hit all of our other favorites too, like Kilimanjaro Safari, Festival of the Lion King, maybe go to some meet and greets. And finally, my parents will get to ride Navi River Journey. They have actually not been able to ride this due to long wait times. Last time we didn't have a fast pass because we were a very short trip. So I'm excited to be able to take them on their first ride for this. I'm also looking forward to getting a single lightning lane pass for myself for maybe Expedition Everest and Flight of Passage, and definitely Flight of Passage. It is too beautiful not to pass up. And even if I get a little nauseous, I'll take something for it. It's just too much not to go on it. Since this is probably gonna be one of our shorter days, I booked us dinner reservations at the boathouse at Disney Springs. I've been here before, I really enjoyed it. And I know all three of us will find something we really enjoy here. And we're probably gonna do a little bit more shopping and then calling it a day a little early because we'll be going hard the next day. Hollywood Studios is up next, and we'll be saying a few more goodbyes, specifically to Muppet Vision 3D and the Grant Avenue area. I am hoping to get around there and getting a lot of pictures before the entire place disappears. We have memories from our first Disney trip taking pictures with the snowman. I actually have a picture on my previous trip with the said snowman, so I'm hoping we may get to recreate that before it disappears forever. We'll also be hitting up some of our classic favorites like the Beauty and the Beast show, the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, and now what I consider now a classic is the Frozen Sing-Along. You gotta love those storytellers. They are what absolutely makes the show. We'll definitely be saving the galaxy at Galaxy's Edge, and I'm hoping to grab a quick service lunch there, as I think Docking Bay 7 has some of the best food in Hollywood Studios, at least for quick service. So dinner with my parents will be at the Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. I think I'm saying that right. I've heard mixed reviews on this, but who doesn't love a good barbecue? Or who doesn't love barbecue? We'll find out, I guess. It looks cute, and I'm always up for trying new places. Not sure if we're staying for Fantasmic or not. Depends how tired we are, because we do have another day or half day at Hollywood Studios, so we can make a game time call on that. So I'm excited for the next couple of days on this trip. I was able to snag a 9:55 a.m. Topolino's breakfast. It is a character breakfast. I heard nothing but good things about this, so I'm excited to try this. We're probably gonna take a minivan over just for ease of use, and I cannot wait. I will also be bringing this on my vlog, so stay tuned. We're back to Epcot after Topolino's with no game plan and a bunch of multi-passes. We'll see where the day takes us between food booths, exhibits, looking at art, watching Disney on Broadway. Wherever it takes us, that's where we're going. We might call it early because we're gonna have a big day on day 7. Day 7 is yet again a Magic Kingdom day, but not any Magic Kingdom day. I booked us the 9:30 a.m. Keys to the Kingdom tour, and I am so excited. We have been on a backstage tour before. It was the Backstage Magic tour back in 2015. It took you to an attraction to all 4 parks, ending in the Utilidors at the Magic Kingdom. But this time I'm waiting and anticipating to be able to learn more about the Magic Kingdom and some of the behind the scenes rides. And I think they even include lunch. So stay tuned. I'll give you my review of that in one of my vlogs that are upcoming. We don't have much planned other than a 6:30 reservation at Steakhouse 71 at the Contemporary. My parents haven't been here since it was the wave of contemporary flavors. It was good back then, but I think Steakhouse 71 is a little bit better than the wave was. So I'm excited to take them. I've actually been there before, so I'm excited to take my parents to dinner there. No solid plans after dinner, so we will see how we feel after dinner. If we want to go back, we'll go back. If we want to see Happily Ever After and ride some rides, we'll do that. I'm leaving it all up to fate. Day 8 is going to be split between Epcot and Hollywood Studios. No game plan other than a lunch at Beaches and Cream. I've heard good things about this, but I'm hoping to split a lunch or split something with my parents. And then we're headed to Hollywood Studios after lunch and dinner at 50's Primetime Cafe. Well, not my first choice. I wanted to see what it was all about. Again, no solid plans after, so if we see Fantasmic, awesome. If not, that's awesome too. Day 9 is our final day at Walt Disney World, and where better to spend it than at the Magic Kingdom, riding our favorite rides and just people watching, just enjoying the park itself with no itinerary. I did, however, book the Cinderella's Royal Table as a surprise to my parents, and I gifted that to them for Christmas. If you don't know what Cinderella's Royal Table is, you get to actually eat inside the castle. This is such a unique experience, and I am excited to go, and I'm hoping we end our evening watching Happily Ever After, because that's like the best way to end a Disney vacation. Woo! What a fun and jam-packed vacation. Although we're going to be doing this at a leisurely pace. We've all been here before, and we're just going to enjoy. There'll be a lot of goodbyes on this vacation to Muppet Vision 3D in Grand Avenue, Rock and Roller Coaster, which will be themed to Muppets, one last walk around Tom Sawyer Island, and last on the riverboat, saying goodbye to Dinosaur and Dinoland USA at Animal Kingdom. Well, I'm sad to see these go. I am excited to see what Disney has in store. Walt Disney World is going to look a lot different when my parents go back in 2028 for their 50th anniversary. And I'm excited to see the Tropical Americas, the new Cars Land, the new Villains Land, the Muppets theme Rock and Roller Coaster, the Monsters Inc. area. There's just so much to look forward to. I will be coming back on a solo trip in December to meet some of my friends from the UK and people I've met along the way with the Facebook group I help manage, Walt Disney World Adults Only. It is a great group full of adult only trips, advice, conversations. You can get your questions answered. I will put the link to that group below. I'm excited to meet some of my friends again, like Dan and his fiance David, and Carol and her friend Lee, and to meet so many more of the people I interact with almost on a daily basis. So tune in next week for my packing video to see what I'm packing for January, February timeframe at Walt Disney World. This is such an odd time because Florida winter is its own beast. I've been before, I've been cold, I've been hot, I've been cold and hot. So see what I am packing. Remember to hit subscribe, click that bell so you get notifications when I drop that packing video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope my plans help you plan your Disney World vacation. And remember, this is not goodbye, but see you real soon.